man. Okay. Okay, the mic is actually lasting. I've done like 3 videos so far, almost probably ranging a little bit up above 30 minutes. I'm actually proud of you. I'm proud of you. Anyways, I'm gonna do a quick video for y'all really quickly in here. We're just gonna jump in. I'm gonna go make my food. So yeah, I'm just doing these videos back to back because I want to get back on posting on Solar Thick Shift, and I felt inspired to do it. So now I am here. Ain't that funny? The last video I did was the power of I am, so I am here. But I wanted to a big thing that I really wanted to talk about is really how you are in control of your destiny. We do not leave fate and destiny up to the cosmos, right? And what I mean is because when you really truly become aware of who you are, you understand that your destiny really is in your hands, but it is also divine. I almost said divine, guided, and divided. It's also guided by a divine hand. So, in truth, I've really come to realize this. When you are raising your energy, you are aligning yourself for the most spectacular events to take place within your life. I mean, this is an example for me. When I moved out to Austin, Texas, it was crazy. Like, I just, this level of confidence that I never ever had before talking to different people, opening myself up. I mean, I went on the street just looking for a job. I was like, just going into businesses and being like, hey, shooting my shot. And literally from doing that, I think I got an 80% success rate of people who wanted to get me in. I mean, I've had so many job opportunities thrown at me and ones that don't even make sense. And it's so funny to tell y'all this coming from a person who, like, my stepdad didn't even recognize me when I came to visit New York. Um, but it was like this, what was it? Just this different confidence because he told me to go in the store and get him, I think, purchase him something, and he was like, and when I said, "Oh yeah, I'll do it," it was like a little test for him. He was like, "Wow," he was like, you're not that same little boy or whatever." And it's crazy because I came from an individual that literally I couldn't order my own food. I was paralyzed. I've had people call me handsome, this, that, cute, approach me in public, sometimes even catcall me, approach me at jobs and flirt with me if I'm working security. And it's like, but the individual beforehand was so shy and so like introverted. And it's like, that's why I always say I'm like introverted, extroverted, or you can't put me in a box because I'm either one. I can't be defined. But the truth is I just, that energy is so much different now. It's like going from introvert and seeing my mindset back then and how it was really just makes sense of the types of experiences that I attracted to myself. But I also understand why during that point in time, it's really imperative to somebody's journey to have that switch over and what even awakening is about. Because after I became awakened, it wasn't about all the things that started to happen to me. It was really about my destiny and really taking control of that. And that's one of the things that I hold so close to my heart is leaving a legacy here or leaving this thing, leaving something built for souls that come, you know, after me to look at these videos and be like, yo, this is what it is. Life is about you. Life is about you taking control of your destiny, forming that relationship with God in your own understanding and taking it out on the world, not and man, it feels so powerful when you understand that you're in control of your destiny and that you just like what I don't know. I've always felt so compelled to share that message with people. I don't know if others feel the same way, but if you do, I do encourage you to speak and get out there because you don't know who you're going to run into. On another channel, I did a literal short that was talking about how relationships were easy. And I just felt like because back then, even when I was saying it and I wasn't in the best relationship, something in me was speaking deeper, speaking higher that I couldn't even realize yet. That one little short video that I think was shorter than a minute scored me to be on a podcast with 4 amazing women. And it was so funny to me because it's like, imagine me, I got that idea and I stopped myself and I was like, you know what am I doing talking about relationships and I'm not in the and I'm not in the greatest relationship and this, which it wasn't the greatest, but I also think it was one of the best relationships I've ever had because it taught me a lot of lessons about myself. And honestly, everything's a lesson that you go through, the ups and the downs. It's all lessons, and it really taught me to remain the same no matter what experience I went through. So it really tested my gangster on everything I knew. But the truth is that scored me a podcast with these four amazing women. And I would have never done that podcast if I would have never even been seen by the women who did that podcast if I was sitting here like this. uh, I'm not in the best relationship. Dude, am I qualified to talk about this? No, I gave it to myself. I qualified myself to do it. And I'm not saying that with certain fields you can all the way do that, but you can definitely have the energy built up in you to go become qualified for certain fields. But to talk about life experience, I think experience is one of the best things that people, say you have a drinking problem. And I would want the person who didn't read about how to get over drinking. I would want the person who actually went through it, had all that drinking problem, and then their experience of releasing it and getting over it, and now they're teaching other people how to get over it. You know, and look at me now. I'm in one of the best relationships in my life that is literally super easy. And I was telling myself that back so far back ago. It's almost like 2 or 3 years at this point. It's almost probably 3 or 4 actually. Damn. And it's just like it just goes to show you. It just goes to show you that you're in control of your destiny, and the way you speak to yourself is so important. It's so powerful. It's so important. I'm just glad that I've come to really understand that for just like how I am now, because I'm like, man, I just don't ever see myself going back. It feels like everything was really in preparation for what I became now and what I'm becoming and what I'm always evolving to. And I tell you guys this because I really want to drive this point home that your mindset and how you craft it is really, really, really determining your life. It really, I mean, it really is. And it's like, you got to understand, right? Take care of your peoples, you know, have a good heart, all of that good jazz, but take care of yourself first, because there's going to come a day where you may not have anyone. You may not you and this is also a thing, is no matter if you're in a room full of people, if you feel alone and isolated to yourself, it doesn't matter how many friends, because I was this person before. It doesn't matter how many friends you surround yourself, how many distractions you surround yourself with. It will not matter. You will still feel alone. And that's why the internal world is the most important thing to cultivate, because you can be in a room full of people, feel depressed. It doesn't matter if they try to distract you, try to take you out to places. It won't matter. You have to understand that. You have to understand this basis of like self-love and true, just getting in here for sure. And man, it's a long journey. It's a long journey. It's a process. It's longer for others. Some people are figuring out later in life. Some people figure it out right away. And I think they all figure it out depending on what you're meant to do in your life or what is meant to come of it. But an amazing journey nonetheless. And if my video could be a video that helps you shift your world, as this whole thing is about, I really just aim to do that every day. And I know it's going to hit with someone out there. And that's why I do this. And that's why, even if it's one person, it doesn't matter to me, because I definitely wish I had this me speaking to me sooner. And I may not have gotten it, because some people really need to hit rock bottom until they truly have their awakening. But I definitely wish I had all the people I had on YouTube. And that's why I love doing this. And yeah, and maybe you need to see someone like me. Maybe it helps if I feel like a familiar face to help you with this idea, because I've had that an identity thing my entire life too. I talk white, whatever that means. I guess I just talk eloquently, articulate. I'm not, black enough to be black, which I'm indigenous, so I definitely know. I know how it is to be the anomaly, and I've grown to love being the anomaly. It has created the best experiences in my life. I absolutely love it. And that's what Solithic Shift is about. So I'll keep doing me. For y'all out there who may be on your spiritual journey and feel like you're alone out there, don't worry. We all did at some point. I speak for me, but I think those that can resonate with my message really understand what I'm saying. I had a bro that I awakened with, and still, no matter if it was still us together, we still felt like we were very isolated. We were still, there's a quote, and I think it was like an experiment, but it's also a quote where it's like two people can see the same event happen, but because of your perception and the way your consciousness is set up, it can still happen totally differently in each other's mind. even if you guys both recall the account the same way, you're still not seeing it the same. It doesn't matter. Both of you can look at an apple and you're still seeing a slightly different image, but you both are aware of what you're witnessing, but it's still going to be different because it's two different perspectives. So, yeah. Anyways, this short little video I wanted to throw in here just before I went and made food because I'm feeling really good about making these. And yeah, dude, I went out to the forest to shoot a couple of videos for y'all out in nature. There were certain signs that were lining up that it was just not the time, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come back even stronger when I go to shoot these. So we're gonna let it pass. Don't worry, because every move I make is the right move. So we're good. Much love. Shift the world, and let's get it.